right, it says we're live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know what that's for. Let me turn that down.
What do you want?
Let me check.
You on your page or Better for Today?
Should be on both. We are live. It says we're live. Yep, we're live. Check my page.
I'm trying.
Let's see the Better for Today page. I don't know if it goes onto that page, Combs.
There it is.
It's on the Better for Today page, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm on.
It's on there? It's live?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. All right. I think we said welcome. I'm Al. She didn't let me call her curvaceous last week. I ain't got nothing this week. Just Carmen. Last week we talked about, well, let's just say hope y'all had a great day today.
Yes.
My day was just a day. How was your day?
It's pretty good.
She said her day was pretty good. That's good enough for me. If you were on last week, we talked about the retreat that we had went on out in Kill Devil Hills. Dr. Dave and Pastor Bernadette Mills, along with Bob and Diane Blackerby, were the facilitators. It was a beautiful retreat. We had 23 couples there.
About 23, 24.
Yeah. The house, how many couples does the house fit?
It was 30 rooms.
30 rooms in the house. Most of the rooms have bathrooms. All the rooms have bathrooms.
All of them, yeah.
All the rooms have bathrooms. And it was good. It was, I tell everybody, if you can, do something for your marriage. Do something for your relationship. Just don't, because it's going to get stagnant if you don't. I'm trying to find this thing on. There it goes. It says 3 people are watching.
It does.
Who are they?
I don't know.
If you're watching, say hello so we can say hello to you. Because we can't see who you are. It says 4 people are watching. Let's see.
Let's see. Go to live chat.
I don't see.
I said live chat.
That's Auntie Bev is watching. See you, Auntie Bev. It says 5 people are watching. I don't know. We would like to shout you out, but we can't see who's watching.
It won't let me see.
Carmen is our IT person. IT can mean a lot of things. What does IT stand for? What does it stand for?
It's something technician.
What's the I for? Which press? What's the I in IT?
Probably.
Okay. I don't know what it's
internet? No, not internet.
Now I'm curious.
Now he's gonna look it up. It's something technician. Alexa, what does
information technology?
According to another Amazon customer, IT stands for information technology.
She didn't want to believe me. She had to believe the machine.
Implementation. Support
iRobot. Welcome Lulu Sands, Miss LV, Chubbs, our very own Chubster is in the house.
Chubster.
Yeah, that's Tyler. We call it a Chubster. I don't know why I ain't seeing it here. But anyway, like we said last week, we talked about the retreat we went on. The pouring into couples, listening to other people's experiences, a whole lot of stuff went on that I would encourage you to partake in if you have not. Tyler, I don't know why I don't see your comments here. I see it on Facebook. There you go. I see it now. We're on a delay. Our IT person. It just makes marriage fun. Few things I like to say prior to us getting to this discussion is, do your research before you just decide to get married. Do your research. Marriage ain't for everybody. It's not for everybody. People say it's a lot of work. It's a lot that goes into making it successful. You know, any relationship requires you to do something. One of the things we stressed last week is, well, I got it written down. Where's that comes?
I don't know.
Here it goes. You are responsible for your own effort. If it's not working, do something about it. Hey, what's up, friend? If it's not working, do something about it. You know what I'm saying? One of the things early on in my marriage, I was, and this came from my childhood, is the reward program. I thought that everything that I did was supposed to get me something in return. It don't work like that. Do it because it needs to be done, not because you're looking for something in return. So this week, I decided, she joined in, that we were going to talk about fireproofing the marriage. So I looked at the word fireproof.
Mm-hmm.
What does fireproof mean?
I say to make it that the fire can't get in here. We're protecting ourselves. We're protecting our covenant. We're protecting each other.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. So we don't get burnt. Right?
So Webster's describes it this way. It says, able to withstand fire or great heat, not easily burned. And so then I looked at more and it called it a misnomer.
Okay.
You know what? I didn't even know what a misnomer was. I found that out today. It said that nothing can be fireproof. You can make it fire resistant or flame retardant.
Ooh. That's good.
How do you slow down? Yeah.
Right. So, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes a lot of sense.
How do you slow down the heat so that it doesn't get completely burned?
Right. That's that power to pause.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's the heat is inevitable.
It is.
What you do with it determines what happens.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I wrote down some things that I do to fireproof our marriage.
Okay.
And you said you had some things.
I might.
All right. She's going to go first. All right. One of the things I do every night when you go to sleep is I pray over you. Every night. I wait for you to be asleep so you can't interrupt.
Wait a minute.
I'll be serious.
So you said that like I interrupt you when we pray.
No, I didn't say it. I didn't. I hope you didn't take it like that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, but what? Why would you say? Why would you reference?
I don't want to be interrupted.
But I never interrupt.
That's not what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Like this is the time for me to literally pour into you, and there's no distractions, there's no interruptions at all.
And sometimes I get that because I also pray for you while you're sleeping.
No,
because sometimes you don't need to know everything I'm praying for you.
That's
about.
the point I was about to make.
You know what I mean? It's
this is my covering of you.
Yeah, it's none of your business.
That's
correct. We working some things out.
That's correct.
All right.
This is my covering of you. Make sure I ain't missing it. Hey, Kenya. And I know you wake up sometimes and it feels like I'm clutching your head.
You were dumb.
And I am.
No.
But that's what I do at night. During the day, we've actually started. In the mornings we pray before I leave out. It's another thing I do. And just all day long, I'm thinking of, like one of the things for our marriage is where's it going? I'm always thinking about where it's going. I don't know if any of you guys, but man, we're in a financial crunch right now, and it doesn't take away from where I'm trying to go, but it almost like stalls it, puts it in a stall bracket because we like to travel, and a lot of times financially, I don't think it's wise, even though we go anyway, to go.
Oh, but you want to know what? Well, it's like home is taken care of, and somehow or another things just fall into place.
They do.
So that we're able to go. So yeah, it's tight.
It's tight, yeah.
But we have to focus on seeing our way out of it.
It's seasonal.
Yeah,
it's seasonal. One of our goals, our plans, is to have a family complex. That's been heavy. I've actually got drawings. Well, one drawings. Something drawn up showing, how the complex will be orchestrated. It takes money. It takes money. So, plan wise, and I know I'll probably put you on the spot. Where do you see us in? Let's be short, in a year from now.
I think in a year from now, I see us working out the plan. We'll be in a more stable situation.
Financially, correct.
Financially, right. So that we can start booking that family trip. You understand? Going abroad as we both want. We're not talking about our trips back and forth. That ain't going there. That's going home. Going to New York. But I'm talking, if we want to go to Japan, we want to go to Aspen, Norway. We're going to do those things.
Hey, Miss Nona, shout out to my man Dana Dane and his wife Tana, who are moving to Africa.
Yes. Rwanda.
I don't get jealous a lot.
Oh.
But I'm hating on you, Dane.
Yeah, we are.
I'm hating on you, bro, but man.
But it's a beautiful
what a move.
Yeah.
Me and my wife talk about that often.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of this country, man. So get settled so we can have somewhere to go. So yeah, I agree with you financially. More stability.
Yeah.
More planning,
Yeah, I was gonna say I was listening to this psychologist.
What's up, Keish?
And he was talking about that he does his marriage like his businesses.
I saw that clip.
And it was a white guy?
White dude.
Yeah.
I saw the clip.
And he said that some people frown on saying your marriage is a business. He said, well, you know what? My businesses are successful.
That's what he said. He said he runs his marriage like one of his successful businesses.
Right. Yeah. So he has it strategically where they do check-ins and stuff. So I want to be more consistent in that.
Who's this? J. Air Mitchell.
I don't know.
I don't know who you are, man, but hey. I didn't mean to cut you off, but go ahead.
No, but just being more intentional with our check-ins.
Okay, that's a word right there. Intentional.
Intentional, yeah.
We have to come off of assumption and go into intention.
Right.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. I think this year, this past year, this house kind of consumed us.
Well, this year we were I was really excited about
when I say kind of consumed us, I'm talking about budget-wise.
Oh, the budget
everything
went out. Yeah, well, yeah.
Everything got altered.
It did.
Everything escalated. And so we're trying to find our niche budget-wise.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because groceries is crazy.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, groceries is ridiculous.
What I bought the other day, and it wasn't much of anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think I spent $150. I had a little.
That's good to know.
Sausage. I had some ground turkey. A dozen
Who is that?
eggs.
Syria Federix.
I don't know.
Hey.
I want to say eggs.
So yeah, just
yeah. It wasn't a lot of stuff.
Just getting the budget. Just getting the budget down.
Yeah.
Was a lot, and we still ironing some stuff out because, just buying stuff to get the house where we wanted to, we created a lot of bills. And what's up, Poochie? And so we're getting them out the way, getting all that out the way.
Yeah, we're knocking them down tremendously. So once those are taken care of, then our basic household, we're just talking about we're not talking about buying groceries. We're just talking about our regular
once we get
monthly
once
bills.
we get that out of the way, we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
But once again, the thing is about fireproofing. We said it's I'm saying it right, a misnomer. So we're going to use the term fire resistant.
I like that.
How to make your relationship fire resistant. And we talked about prayer, right?
Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
I have making it a safe place for you.
Now I'm gonna stop you right there because
Let me
Bima,
finish my thought.
because I wanted to say thank you for giving me that place yesterday.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You recognized what was going on. I didn't have to explain it. Praise the Lord.
Why you have to look like
Jesus Christ. The days are long sometimes and you just want to come home and just do nothing.
I got it.
And you allowed that. And that's why I called you today and said thank you. I was so appreciative of it. I was like, Lord, I don't feel like talking. Do I have to say that? So I said, let's go to the store.
You did.
Let me get her in the supermarket.
Oh, because you know that's my addiction.
She's home.
Yeah, he was feeding my addiction.
So, yeah, I appreciate that. Okay, good.
But that's what I was saying. I wanted to be a safe place that you never are fearful
You can see the
of being.
fireplace.
Oh, you can. Never be fearful of being vulnerable, being able to just openly express how you feel and say, if I say to you, how's it going? How do you feel? And you go, I'm okay. That means you shutting me out.
No, that's what you get from it.
Yeah, but I want you. That's my yearn for you,
But
is to be able to. Sometimes you can't.
Time,
you can't
it's
find.
not,
It's
at
not
that
a good
time.
time.
It's just
But
not.
I get it.
You got it yesterday. That's
I
what
get
said. I
it.
appreciate
So yeah, I'm really intently listening and paying attention to your behaviors, your body language, because you're important to me.
Okay.
Yeah, you're really important to me, so it matters.
All right. So we going one for one?
No, not necessarily.
So mine is she knows all my passwords.
I don't. I mean, not that you hide them from me.
Meaning,
I write mine down.
my phone is right here. She can get into my bank account. She can.
Right. Oh,
There's nothing I have that she doesn't have access to.
Correct.
Nothing. I have another. Oh, it's your turn.
No, go ahead.
It's your turn. My other one is I don't have any female friends that you don't know. If they didn't grow up with me,
Right. Yeah.
if they grew up with me, you don't know.
No, I
They're
don't.
from the private.
Right.
But any of my female friends, you are friends with.
Or I'm aware of who they
You're
are.
friends with. There's not a female friend I have here that wasn't your friend first.
There are.
I'm talking about after drugs.
I'm talking about after drugs.
Who? Name one.
The what you call its friend or relative who
That's not my friend.
She's not mine either.
So I said there's not a friend that I have that's not friends with you first.
Okay.
She's not my friend.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't call her. She don't call me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For some people, that's cool. It's not cool with me because I don't leave room for anything.
Correct.
So I pulled this article up. Francis, yes, I remember when you guys got together. That's a long time ago.
That's good. Who's Francis?
She's living 75. I don't know if you know Francis.
I don't know.
Yeah, if I show you a picture, you might recognize her.
Okay.
All right. So it's fireproof your marriage. Well, let's read the scripture though. This is the scripture that we use. It's 1 Peter 3:7. It says, the same goes for you, husbands. Be good husbands to your wives. Honor them, delight them. As women, they lack some of your advantages, but in the new life of God's grace, you're equals. Treat your wives then as equals so your prayers don't run aground. Pastor Byrne, she said 84. My bad, Francis. I know you from over in that area. Tyrone Nichols, my apologies for taking so. Okay. Yeah, Pastor Byrne brought this scripture out when we were in our, what's the name, talking about how your prayers can get hindered when you don't treat your wives as your equals. It says right there, treat your wives then as equals so your prayers don't run aground. Be agreeable, be sympathetic, be loving, be compassionate, be humble. That goes for all of you. No exceptions, no retaliation, no sharp-tongued sarcasm. Instead, bless. That's your job, to bless. You'll be a blessing and also get a blessing. Whoever wants to embrace life and see the day fill up with good, here's what you do. Say nothing evil or hurtful. Snub evil and cultivate good. Run after peace for all your worth. God looks on all this with approval, listening and responding well to what he's asked. But he turns his back on those who do evil things. Hey, Winnie, that's 1 Peter 3:7-12 out the Message Bible. So this article, did I?
No, I'm listening. I can't see any of that.
You can't? So I'm going to read it.
Okay.
It's fireproofing your marriage. We changed the word from fireproof to fire resistant.
Right. Oh, we have that book.
This is a book. Actually, this is not a book. This is a movie we watched.
But I thought I had
this here.
And study guide. Yeah.
You may have it. It comes with a study guide.
Yeah.
It was I don't know if anybody's ever seen this movie. It's a really good movie.
Yeah.
It's a guy who's about to give up on his marriage. And was it the pastor that asked him to go on the 40-day challenge?
Right. Yeah.
And man, he was through.
Yeah.
Because he was operating off the reward program.
Right.
Until he started doing stuff because it just needed to be done.
Right.
Right. This is the movie. You get a chance to watch this movie. It's a good movie. All right. So, fireproofing your marriage, fire resisting your marriage. I love that movie, Mima. Number 1, communicate. Prioritize communication to avoid misunderstandings and build trust. Share what's working and what's not, and discuss things you should work on together and separately. We went to a retreat. Was it Easter?
Yeah.
Remember we went up to Baltimore, Maryland? We went just to hang out with the Mills.
Oh, that was
and
a
we ran
nice
into Keon. And Keon is his son-in-law with his daughter.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
And he said something that we don't do all the time, but we started to do it, then we fell off. And he called it a check-in.
That's what I was saying, that I want us to be
Elaborate.
More. The check-ins is to make
sure. Fine.
Okay. That you check in. Are you okay? How's your week been going? Is there anything I've done that you didn't, or that I may have offended you? Is there something I said that made you feel a certain way? Something you liked, something you didn't like? Be open. Don't hold back.
Right.
Right.
The check-in. The check-in is to see where she is, see where I am.
Right. And how we can do better. Right.
How we can improve it. It's true. It's extremely important that you do these check-ins. If not, you guessing.
Yeah, you're making assumptions.
Assuming, like,
yeah,
I guess she's all right. I guess it's
Yeah.
important to know.
She didn't say anything, so I guess she ain't said nothing.
Right.
Nothing's wrong.
Okay. Number 2, be respectful during arguments.
Yes.
So we don't have arguments. We have intense
intense
fellowships.
fellowships. I like that.
You're just not going to agree on everything.
No, never. I mean, not never.
Never.
But there's just some things that, I mean,
You're just not going to agree on.
we see things differently.
2 different perspectives.
Totally,
Trying to achieve a common goal.
That's it.
It's not purposely trying to hurt each other during disagreements.
Right, because I'm not in competition with you. You're not my adversary.
Well, you got to learn. You got to. Can I say that? When you're married, you have to learn that person's your teammate. Because when you're single, you don't have to be accountable for nothing.
Yeah.
You just, what's up, Steve? You're just doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? That was huge. I thought that was big. The respectful part.
Mm-hmm.
It says show love. Show your partner unconditional love. Now I have a question with that. Can we show unconditional love? Is that something that a human can do?
I think so.
So you can love without conditions.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Meaning you're talking, when you say conditions, meaning that I care for you, I love you, and I'm waiting for you to reciprocate it?
Absolutely.
No, I have.
I'm not saying you can't.
No, I'm just saying. No, that's and yeah, I can.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. Yeah. It's like I said, it's hard. It's been hard for me because I'm on the reward program.
Right.
Like tick for tack.
Yeah.
Hey, vet, you know what I'm saying? If I do something, I'm supposed to get something in return.
Right.
That's just how I was groomed. And so I'm weaning myself off of that. Anyone should be able to love someone unconditionally if you have already committed to marriage. I like that with you and Calms. Y'all still doing the work after the years y'all been together. Much respect. Y'all showing us that even though y'all married, you still have to do the work. That is correct.
Yeah, it's work.
Tyler's comment. Tyler's comment says anyone should be able to love someone unconditionally if you have already committed to marriage. I don't know about that one, Chubbs.
What do you mean?
It says anyone should be able to love someone unconditionally if you have already committed to marriage.
But did you commit to the marriage or did you commit to the ceremony?
Okay, let's in the words of Pastor Rel, unpack that.
Okay.
Prior to marriage, have you ever had to love something unconditionally?
Yeah.
What?
I had to love
that
something.
Required a commitment.
Oh, I had cats.
Moving to the next comments.
What do you mean? What?
She had cats.
I had to take care of them.
That wasn't an unconditional love, was it? You had an obligation, or did you commit to what they provide to you? That's what I'm getting at, Chubb. So
what?
Okay. Did the unconditional love come because you knew that this person had something?
Oh no. No,
of course the cat had nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
Now we're back to the question now. We're off the animal kingdom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
she said anyone should be able to love someone unconditionally if you have already committed to marriage. And then she says, or did you commit to what they provide tangibly?
That's good.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Because once that moves away,
now what? Yeah. What did he say? We got married. Now what?
Now what?
Yeah, now what? I said I do. Now what?
I believe your comment is truthful. So me and your mom today, Tyler, had a discussion in regards to facts and the truth.
Right.
What the fact is, yes, you should, but what's the truth surrounding it?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Maisha says you need more than love to sustain a healthy, happy marriage. Love sometimes is not. I agree with that 1,000%. You need more than love.
Yeah.
At the beginning,
I was going to say respect.
Respect is huge.
Respect is huge.
Mima said, I love my children unconditionally. You're included in that unconditional love. I think that's where she got the love from the cats from, Mima. I believe the cat thing.
I love my cat.
Got tied into there. You need more than unconditional love to sustain a healthy relationship. I believe that. But it can carry that relationship when all the other stuff fails. We're getting ahead of the game. We're getting ahead of the game. All right. So we said love, unconditional love.
Right.
Right. The next one is be a good listener.
Yes. That's important.
Let your partner know what's bothering you and what you might have misconstrued in an early conversation.
I'm going to say not only let your partner explain what you just said.
What's that?
What's bothering you? Is that what you said?
Let your partner know what's bothering you and what you might have misconstrued in an early conversation.
Right. And explain it until they understand. Because sometimes you can get frustrated about something, and sometimes you just can't find the words to explain it clearly. You get what I mean?
So what her and I do is make sure that we understand what the person was trying to say and not what we got from it. It doesn't matter what I think she meant. I need to know what she meant. And you don't have the right to pick that apart.
Okay. Because
like,
that's how she
that's
felt.
how you
That's
felt.
how they felt. Right.
That's let me move this a little bit.
Closer.
Like that. No. I think I moved it the wrong way.
I think you did.
There it goes. Yeah, it doesn't matter what I think she meant. It's like if your partner tells you how they feel about something, you can't minimize that.
No.
Oh, you that's the way you really felt? You don't, that's not your luxury.
Right.
Yeah, man, you can come back and watch it. Tyler says, speak to them how you want to be spoken to. Don't listen from a triggering space or frequency.
I think she been reading.
Yeah, Tyler's been studying. Tyler's been studying. Yeah, hey, what's up, Andy Sam? You gotta really, really train yourself to listen so that what's being said, like the conversation, is not misconstrued. Winifred says, unconditional is non-judgmental, accepting a person for who they are, not putting expectations on them, loving them from an emotional, mental, and spiritual realm. I love that where it says accepting. You got to accept people.
Right where they are. That's right.
Some of us think we can go into a relationship and change a person.
No.
You're tripping.
That's a myth.
You're tripping.
That's a myth. Another thing that I working on as far as not just us, but us being an example for our daughter.
We got kids.
We got.
Tyler was a partner. No. So if we was, we could talk about it. If we're being honest, I was not a very good example.
Oh, I was talking about now. As an adult, and as she's an adult.
She's gleaning.
Yeah.
She's gleaning, and so are other couples, as we are gleaning from other couples. That's another thing. Never think you can't learn something new about for your relationship.
Oh, no matter how.
Always something that you can do to make it better.
Yeah.
I'm talking always, like, a kid can teach you something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, so we did communicate, be respectful, show love, be a good listener, pray. Pray for your marriage and spend time in personal prayer. Pray together and pray separately. You know, but you got to have a relationship with a high power for that.
Right.
Do you? You don't necessarily have to.
Well, so what are you praying to? If
guess
you don't
you do.
have a relationship with something bigger than you,
I guess you do that.
what are you praying to? Are you preying? You know, there's or PR.
Yeah, so it has to be okay.
Right. It's got to be something bigger than you.
I agree.
That you're looking for divine intervention.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's got.
She's your daughter, God. That's in my prayer a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh,
that's your kid. Sorry about that. I don't know what I did. All right. La, what's up? Maisha says, so the comments are not going to pull up because there it goes. This is good. This is good. This is not for marriage if you're in a relationship. This helps as well. I'm learning so my relationship can flourish to a possible marriage. Got you. Tyler says because sometimes another person can't give you the enlightenment you need. Okay, I know she's commenting. Aries always the jokester. What's up, Danelle? Oh man, my pastor's watching. Pastor Relly Rel.
Okay, send us the address. We gotta send our tithes, right?
So we said communicate, be respectful, show love, prayer, be a good listener, be open to change.
Yes.
Open to change and never let go of your life together. So for my fellas, just because she did something new, don't mean somebody's in her ear. What's up, man? Oh, wow. Don't mean that somebody's out there talking and trying to get at her. Maybe she's trying to spice up the marriage.
Right.
Sometimes we don't hear it like that. Yeah, that's just not how we hear it sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. And this is as transparent as I can be, we operate in a level of insecurity that we won't admit.
Wow.
Yo, lie, Yo, I'm turning my text off, son. Lie, you stupid.
What is that?
Nothing. I'm turning my text off. Yes, we operate from an insecure standpoint based off a lot of stuff that's happened to us as we grew up. Okay. You know, if you remember, my expression used to be, "I'm good. I expect the bad, and I'm good, and I'm happy when something good happens."
Yes,
that's how I grew up, and so it's insecure. Like I told you this the other day. I used to couldn't stand to see you talking to dudes, just saying hi. And this had nothing to do with you.
Right.
It was me. I mean, it was like.
And I had more male friends, but they were just my friends.
They weaned off. They had conversations. There was conversations had. But yeah, that was me being insecure until I became confident. Well, let me change that. I literally have faith in your belief in our covenant.
Right.
So it doesn't matter who you talk to.
Yeah.
I don't get that from you, did it? Yeah, real talk. This is a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't know about me. I operated from a place of insecurity to the point that I would harass some of the people you would talk to.
I didn't know that.
You didn't notice your male friends start falling off? They stopped talking to you? It just stopped. Hey, calls. It kept going.
Yeah.
There was conversations had. But that was like Mel said, that was a younger me.
It was.
Now that I understand covenant,
Right.
I understand what it takes to be in a covenant.
Right.
And then who you're dishonoring if you do not honor that covenant. I no longer have those issues. It took a minute. I was in counseling for a long time. But it took a minute because it was something that was inside of me, had nothing to do with you, but it was projected onto you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I apologize for that.
I get it. I'm good.
Okay. So that was what? Open to change. Next one, remove hindrances. Remove anything that's hindering your relationship, such as addictions or influences that are turning your heart away from your spouse. Okay. That, to me, can have a lot to do with not letting go of the past.
Yes.
How do you let go of the past?
You have to make a conscious decision to do that. And can I speak from a personal note?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I saw there was no growth in holding on to something that I asked God to remove from you. I didn't see that I was being prosperous from holding on to it. Because it wasn't serving me anything. So my thought process was, if I'm asking God to remove these addictions out of your life and to create and make you the man that he's created you to be, then I have to keep my focus on that and not what happened in the past.
All right, so here's a question. What do you do when something reminds you of something that's happened in the past?
Oh, okay. So, yeah, because there are sounds, there's smells, there's motions that are triggering.
Like a fart?
No.
Just smells.
No. There's even just emotion. It could be a way you may have turned your head. It could remind me of instances.
Right.
I have to talk to myself and remind myself that that's no longer there. That's not who he is.
I'm glad you say that, because sometimes I don't know who you was talking to.
Shut up.
It's like, is there somebody else in the house?
Al, no, really I have to speak to, I do a lot of introspection of myself. And I want to self-improve. So I know there's some things that I may have gone through. I can't hold that over anybody's head, whether it's you or anybody else out there may have done something to make me feel a certain kind of way. I can't hold that over their heads.
So can you give somebody some kind of advice on how they could possibly stop reacting?
Some people have to want to not react. Some people thrive off of that because they use it as a crutch to get sympathy, not empathy. Some people like to hold on. What you did to me. You did this. Oh my God, I did all of that for you while you did that to me. And
Tyler says,
you're still here.
What can someone do when you are an overthinker?
Oh, that's me.
And someone's talking to yourself makes matters worse? I'm not getting that clearly, Tyler. So what can someone do when you are an overthinker and someone's talking to yourself makes matters worse? Oh, and sometimes she's probably trying to put there. So what can someone do when you are an overthinker and sometimes talking to yourself makes matters worse? Does talking to yourself makes matters worse? Hey, Belinda.
I am an overthinker.
Claudia.
I am an overthinker, but I have to put things into perspective. You understand? If it's not serving me, then I have to push it away. What she say?
Sometimes, yeah, I got it, Ty. I got it, Chubbs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what Maisha trying to say, or Poochie trying to say, lie, but I'm going to post it.
Oh, God.
It says, oh, that's cute. Calms, pat yourself on your back. Your boo did not want anybody to steal his girl. My Lionel father used to say, if you got someone nobody wants, you better ask yourself why you want it. May God be pleased with him. Mr. Mayhew was funny. Oh, I get it, Poochie. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right. Word, Rel.
What?
Since we working at Jasmine Big. Yeah, one of the biggest issues in any relationship is the past.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not the past of the couple, it's the past of the person. Because if the couple don't have a past, then basically a lot of times things are dealt with based off what happened.
With someone else, meaning baggage?
Okay, so say for instance, absolutely. Say for instance, you meet somebody and y'all get into a relationship. The relationship, some of the issues get resolved based off the past. You know, that's one of the things we learn in counseling, to try to eliminate what's happened and start dealing with what's happening.
Yes.
It's very hard to deal with the present.
Yeah.
Because the present is going to make you realize that sometimes you're wrong. Lau said, yeah, I got it, Keisha. Depends on what you're saying to yourself makes it worse, Tyler. You can be talking from the higher self and it'll make it better. Tyler, that's Osborne Bites.
And now you talking in Jasmine.
Hey, yo, Rel, that's Osborne Bites. Giving us his counseling. But that's true. Based off how you talking to yourself, where you talking to yourself
from. Where you talking to yourself from,
A lot of people don't even know that they live in the past.
Yeah.
It's because they're on autopilot.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get into that,
but sometimes it's that familiar, and you don't know how to get out of your familiar. It's a sound. It's a smell. It's
a movement.
Yeah.
Something that reminds you of what happened, and now you're trying to deal with that thing from a past perspective.
Yeah.
And you don't give it the energy it needs in front of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's where the power of the pause comes into play.
Yeah.
You just stop and literally ask yourself, hey, what am I about to do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of us who we right fighters.
Yeah.
I gotta be right. I gotta be right. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Stop. I mean, if you're in a relationship to win, you know what I'm saying? If one person loses, the other person lose.
Right.
There's no one loser in a relationship.
Right.
It's a double loser.
And believe me, we've been together since
we put animals on the ark.
I was gonna say, we were with him.
We kicked the mosquitoes out
in the nets. But
that's right, man. Sometimes you have to minister to yourself.
Yeah.
You have to be transparent with yourself. You have to know that's right. You gotta say, hey, maybe it's me.
Maybe it's me.
Maybe it's me.
Stop looking at him. And what did you do? What did you bring to that?
You know what I'm saying?
That situation. Yeah. Could I have waited before I asked all those questions? Could I have had something there so when he came home, he wasn't frustrated? We made him comfortable. Should I have? We all play a role in our intense fellowships, but I
know I'm the problem. That's why I'm working on me. Tyler, you're not the problem.
I'm not a problem.
Don't. Mill said I lived in the past for a long time. Funny shit is I had to have a long talk to myself.
Yes.
Mills, we proud of you, son. You making leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
When he said the man in the mirror. Yeah, one of the things that we learn in counseling is address yourself before you address other people.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But you got to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
How do I learn how to address myself? Pause.
Yeah.
Pause. and ask yourself why. Why am I about?
And you know what?
No, I don't.
We just sat here and did the parent thing. We're defending our child to our child. She recognized that she brought something not productive to a situation.
We didn't do the parent thing. Pastor Rel went left.
What are you talking about?
He said we sat here and did the parent thing.
Who, me?
You said we sat here and did the parent thing.
Because she said that she realized
but
that
you were talking about the show.
I'm talking about right now. What Tyler just said.
Oh, I didn't.
Then Tyler said, no, I'm the problem.
So you're saying we
then,
did the
so we did the parent thing by saying, no, Tyler, you're not the problem.
She's not the problem for my eyes. I don't know what you're talking about.
She's never a problem to us.
I mean,
but if she's done the introspection and reflected on whatever situations, then she's
all right, Tyler, you the problem.
But no, she's.
I tried. You the damn problem, Tyler.
I did not say that.
Your mother said you the problem.
I did not. Whatever. Alfred.
What's up, Red? Mom said, and also, if you feel funny about something because you've seen something that has triggered a thought or feeling, learn how to humbly speak on the situation. Just don't always. That's good. That's good, man. Yeah. How can you vocalize this so that the person understands how you perceived it?
Right. Yes.
How can you do that?
Right. Well,
you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when there's a heated, intense fellowship, the truth comes out.
But it comes out all wrong.
Can you get past your feelings to hear it?
Can you? Yeah. Yeah.
Man says, thank you, but the entire SNV pulled me out of a very dark space. I look at relationships and situations. Yeah, we done helped each other. Like Alfred said, before you get yourself some therapy to deal with the stuff from the past. I advise everybody to go talk to somebody.
Yeah.
I don't care what your situation is. Some of our jobs pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just go sit and talk to somebody because you got to get some of that stuff out.
Have to get to the root of it in order to heal.
I mean,
and find strategies into getting you out of that normal hamster wheel thing.
So I didn't believe in deliverance until I went to a deliverance service and I actually saw it. So yes, deliverance is something that can happen, but don't fool yourself into thinking it's you, because the right situations will show you how undelivered you are. This is Tyler. Tyler said, no, what I mean is sometimes I self-sabotage and overthink myself out of a situation. I have a sense of not being enough or worthlessness because of previous encounters with others, and I'm working to get rid of those feelings because those words and actions are embedded in me mentally. Okay.
Okay.
That's like I said, she's not a problem to me.
No, she's not a problem to us.
So what you talking about?
She did introspection. She says she's working
Chuck,
on...
you're the problem with me. All right, let's just get that out the way.
Listen, she know better. She know how her mother feel about her.
She just said it.
What'd I say?
She's a problem.
Whatever.
Marilyn says, and if you really don't forgive somebody over the past, never say that you forgive them and then bring it back up constantly.
Right.
Work with yourself to forgive them if you're going to stay with them.
That's right.
Learn coping skills on how to move forward. Okay, let's deal with that. Do you ever fully forgive somebody?
I do.
Do you forget about it?
Sometimes it's hard.
Okay, so when something happens that reminds you of that, how much forgiving is going on at that point?
Well, it's not that I don't forgive, but if what I have to do is I talk to myself as far as saying, this isn't that.
Okay.
This
say that
is
again.
not that.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Say that again. This you have to remind yourself.
This isn't that.
Because the way the human mind works, you can vocalize forgiveness, but your subconscious ain't forgave nothing.
But I think that's a normal reaction, but unless you have made a conscious decision to truly forgive that person, then there are things that are going to trigger you naturally.
So let me give you a scenario.
Okay.
This is how the brain works. Okay. So this is the conscious.
This is your brain on drugs?
No,
it was
my brain ain't on drugs no more.
No.
This is the unconscious. This is the subconscious, and this is the conscious.
Okay.
Okay. The unconscious is your family. The subconscious is you, and the conscious is the person. All right. You go to your unconscious and tell your family the negativity that this guy has done, all this and all that, and boom.
Now,
hold on.
Okay.
Now you go to the conscious and y'all make up. Right. The unconscious doesn't know that you've made up. Guess what happens? The past always comes into play.
Right.
This is what I'm talking about with forgiveness.
Yeah.
You got to go back inside of there and tell something inside your, hey.
Yeah.
But you, the same mind that, read this correctly, the same mind that got hurt and the same mind that said it forgave can't clean that out. There has to be a supernatural, something divine has to go in there and clean that out.
Right.
So I'm not saying that people don't forgive, but let me tell you something. You let something similar happen, and everything that was supposed to have been forgiven pops up.
Yeah.
How do you go in there and clean that out? That's the trick, to go in there and clean out that unconscious area, because that's what's storing it.
Yeah.
You know, because like I said in the analogy, your family ain't forgave them.
Right.
You have.
So now you got to go and right that wrong.
Sometimes they never see that person the same.
Yeah.
This is how the unconscious operates. Yeah. It will when you know, and I could be wrong here. I'm listening to a lot of the comments, but we'll go back and look at them. To me, that's where the sin nature lays, in the unconscious, because it's so hard to go back in there and clean anything out. It's such a negative place that the reactions from the hurt is what it shoots up. The good stuff you got to remind yourself of. Right. But the unconscious always gives you the negative, the negative, the negative, the negative. This is what reminds you of the past. How do you go in there and clean that out? Let's look at some of the comments. Okay. I got carried away.
Is that Nemo?
Yeah, that's Nemo. What up, Nemo?
Congratulations.
Marilyn said, so Yvette says, so you really don't forgive. Yeah, that's right, Yvette. That's my take.
What, you're saying that
you really don't forgive. Forgiveness is conditional. That's me.
I would say, yeah, okay.
Madeline says, you forgive, but it's hard to forget. Never forget that we are still of the flesh. Correct. Poochie says, forgiveness takes a lot of work. Mima says, we usually say, I forgive them, but don't forget. Yvette says, are we forgiving in the flesh or the spirit? I feel both, Yvette, yeah. Somebody's tagging people. Marilyn says, but you can't hold on to that guilt. Once you ask forgiveness in the eyesight of God, there's nothing more you can do. Sometimes people make you feel so guilty that it is hard to forgive yourself. Yes. Tyler says, at church, we talked about not falling victim to flesh and going to spirit for guidance in order to have a true walk in the path you belong on. You go ahead, Tyler. That's it. Like I said, it's the flesh, you can't do it.
Correct.
You can't do it.
I have a higher power, and that's where I get my strength.
Yeah, you can't do it. If you fool yourself into thinking you can do it, you're going to end up in a bad situation. Bad situation, because we allow a lot of our past to dictate what's happening in front of us, because we're not operating in awareness. Right. Yeah. You have to be aware to go, hey, you know, people have this expression called deja vu. Stop it. It's similar. It's not the same. Right. It's not the same. All right. So we stopped at what? The hindrances. All right. The next one is use resources. consider using resources like the Fireproof Your Marriage guide you got, couples kit, small group leaders kit. These resources are based on biblical principles and can be used for personal study, premarital counseling, or as a gift. All right. What I'm going to emphasize about that is biblical principles. Yeah. What you know can only take you but so far. What you know can only take you but so far. And not saying that what you know is a bad thing, but most of us have been hurt. Yeah. Most of us have been hurt, and we operating a lot of times from a hurt place. Yeah. We build walls, we build boundaries. They're good. Yeah. For that situation. Mm-hmm. But we don't never tear them down. We take these walls, we take these boundaries into other situations, and now this person in front of us is being, let me say this correctly, they are paying for what somebody else did. And they don't even have a clue on how to fix it because they didn't do it. You okay over there?
I got a little excited, overwhelmed seeing our daughter getting it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I believe we have been hurt in some points. Yes, Yvette, every person on this feed has been hurt. And what's up, Jazz? Every person on this feed has been hurt. And if we don't do something about the hurt, it's going to control how we operate. It's going to control how we operate. And there's something you can do about it. Yeah. It can be managed. So it can be fixed. No, you can. We're managers of our emotions. Because there's going to be things that happen. Your emotions going to go, hey, you got to manage it. Yeah. What do I do now? Yeah. What do I do now? You want tissue? You good? Yeah, she's excited that you in church, Tyler, and all that, So yeah. She's going to take a break. But yeah, based off a lot of stuff that's happened in our past, will kind of determine how we handle situations, and particularly relationships in our future. And if you're not aware that that's what you're doing, it'll control you. It'll control you. Hey, yes, we all been, I don't know what you're writing, Jazz, but don't let Rel and them see it. So yeah, this was, we were talking about fireproofing the marriage. We changed the word from fireproof to fire resistant because they said fireproof is a misnomer and that you can't prevent the fire, you can just prevent it from getting burned. The things we talked about was communicate, be respectful, show love, pray, be a good listener, be open to change, remove hindrances, and use resources. That's the one we didn't talk about a lot. Use resources. If you're married, I understand what you be saying, Jazz, but your boy Ralph, you better get him. I would encourage even if you're in a relationship and you're contemplating marriage, or maybe you're not, go to some of these retreats, man. Go to some of these conferences. Me personally, become a student
of your partner.
Yeah. Find out what they like. Find out what they don't like. There's some things that can be easily distinguished by you just studying your partner.
Yeah. And we're both ever evolving. It's not women that always change. Men also change too.
Yeah, well, we change just as much as you do.
Correct.
Based off of statistics and facts. Mm-hmm. I'm more verbal. I type 2-1. Wish I live. Hmm? I don't know what you said, Wendy. You said I'm more verbal. I type 2-1. Wish I live.
Maybe she's trying to say which I love.
I don't know. Clarify that, Winnie. Yeah, go on. You know, we on social media anyway. There's thousands of retreats, man. They give these things daily. Some of them are online. You can do it on a Zoom. You ain't even got to go in person. You know. Okay, Jazz cleaned it up. She said, yes, we all been hurt, and if we stay on this earth, you're going to feel a hurt. But people take their hurt out on other people instead of talking to God and positive people. That's right, Jazz. Marilyn says we need to learn to read our partners the way we read books and believe in the fact that we were brought together on one accord in the eyesight of God. Yes. Here's something I had to learn about my wife. And she's the Mother Teresa on this earth. This is for everybody. If you're married, if you're not married, your partner may say something that might cut you to your core.
Right.
Unintentionally.
Right.
You got to accept it. You got to know deep down inside that this person is riding for you. And that maybe in the middle of an intense fellowship, some things may come out.
Right.
Now, don't mistake for what cut you as not being true. Because it could be true.
Right.
Her and I talked about this earlier. People say sometimes it's how you say the truth. I don't think it does. I can write you a note with the truth on it. And it can have the same effect as if I screamed it. Because
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I'm talking about me and you. I can't talk about anybody else.
I disagree.
No. Well, you don't hear with my ears, so how can you tell me?
I'm disagreeing with what you said. I'm not disagreeing with how you feel.
No, what I'm saying is, so how I heard you and how I received it.
Right.
Right.
I can instantly tell by a person's body language how they received it. Instantly. Now, they might say, oh, I didn't hear it that way. But your body told me something different.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, let's read some comments. Madeline said, we need to learn. We read that. I don't know where he at, Jazz. No, 2 words a minute. I can stand so-called. I am verbal. Yes, she is. Wish I was like you guys. Wish I lived. Oh, okay. You can't sugarcoat the truth. The truth hurts. It's like a knot on your head. But it will be all right after swelling goes down. I'm saying it. The Bible calls it it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah. And
it's meant to cut.
I was gonna say, and some things need to be cut off, cut away. Yeah.
But the thing is the intent of the person saying it.
Right. So that's where it's all based on who's delivering the message.
Sometimes it's not based off the type of conversation you have. You know, sometimes the truth ain't gonna come out till you mad at each other. It's reality. And if you're paying attention, and you write and you taking notes, you're like, okay. Because the fact that it came out at the wrong time doesn't make it not less the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if sometimes things are said in order to wake you up and not. And sometimes if you're paying attention, you should know that at this particular moment, at this particular time of this conversation, I'm gonna hear the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're so busy trying to be right. You're so busy trying to get your words in. You know what I'm saying?
But what I do like is that lately, when we're talking and we disagree with one another, we come to a resolve.
Well, this has a lot to do with me. I'm learning that every time there's a disagreement, how can I say this? You're not trying to get at me.
Right. I'm not attacking you.
This is a street thing that it had to wear off. Yeah, it had to wear off because men feel it. I get it. I'm not gonna talk about other men. I'm talking about me. Sometimes when things are not, I can't say that. Sometimes when there's a disagreement, I think it's done purposely because you're trying to get at me.
And I think I would tell you, I don't think, why can't you receive from me when I'm trying to?
I just told you why.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I just told you.
Okay.
We're about to have an intense fellowship now.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
This is from a street perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jazz says, I always tell people, most people cannot swallow my pill. I lose all my siblings and I stand tall and strong because I was strong before they left. And I learned how to talk to people when I'm hurt. My hubby was my therapy and my friends helped me heal. So talking to people, real people help it really dope. Yeah. That's it, Marilyn. That was my problem. Defensive.
Yes.
Instantly I got defensive.
Yeah.
It was my coping mechanism.
And it was your gauge system.
It was my
Who do you know, because I don't have street credit.
And that played a lot too. If you didn't have the credibility that it's a blood thing. No, it ain't, Keisha. I'm gonna explain to you now. It's a street credibility thing. Mm-hmm. Based off how we view you.
Yeah, you ain't doing nothing in the street, so who are you to tell me anything?
So your words don't have no weight.
Have no weight.
Until we learn to value who's in our house.
Right. Who's there? Who's really there?
But you got to give them something to value. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just being married doesn't hold any value. Not enough. That wears off.
Yeah.
You know, we had a discussion on SMV. What do you bring to the table? This is a really good topic.
It is.
You know, what can I rely on you for?
Right. Yeah.
What can I go? Carmen got that. Ain't got to worry about it.
That's right.
Even if Carmen doesn't do it in the time frame that she said she would do it, I know it's going to get done.
Definitely.
I'm not going, man.
Yeah.
Can't believe she ain't do that.
Right.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
And we don't understand. It mounts up. It mounts up. And the next thing you know, we're mad about something being on the table that's got nothing to do with what's on the table.
Right.
It's about all that stuff that we didn't talk about.
Right. That's what the check-ins are for. Yeah.
But at the particular moment, this is me. And I guess sometimes I'm wrong for this because I don't care where we at.
No, you don't.
At the point of impact.
I always wait.
I don't wait.
You never wait.
I don't care where we at.
Never.
We're not going to leave from this event and not know what we feel, how we feel.
Yeah, but I would prefer to have a private conversation.
It's private, all right.
No, it's never.
Yeah. Marilyn said, also we have to remember that our Christian relationship with our partners is different from the worldly relationships that we have had. It is very important to be transparent. Get the hard part over in the beginning. Tell the truth, no matter how bad it hurts. Once the truth is out, now we need to learn how we are going to move past that. We need to be compassionate with one another, sympathetic and empathetic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. So I'm learning to wait until we how come the camera keeps looking like it's moving? I'm moving forward. Move over something.
That's right.
Yeah. Because I don't like leaving anything up for that's not resolved.
Right.
Let's get this out the way. We are not going into tomorrow with this.
No.
You know, we're gonna be mad. We're gonna be mad tonight
and get it over with.
Get it over with. Mm-hmm. And get it over with. One of the things I practice every day to let me know. Yeah, I don't wear hats anymore, but I ain't gonna like cutting my hair. Is when I get in the vehicle, I adjust my rearview mirror. I think I told you that.
Yeah. I
adjust it so that my look out my car is different. So that everything that's happening today is new. I'm not bringing whatever I have to do to remind myself that I cannot talk about what happened yesterday, today. You know what I'm saying? Now, say for instance that you and I have agreed that we're going to shelve this thing and then we're going to revisit it tomorrow, then yes.
Yes.
But 9 times out of 10, we don't.
Right.
It gets resolved. And that's one of the, that's one of the things that's important in any relationship is if you're going to be upset, then you have to come back to the table and get that thing resolved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Marilyn is writing dissertations.
Go on, girl. This is her This is her ministry.
So I have this thing that I do when my husband comes in from work. I don't care how upset I am or mad. I give him his 45 minutes to an hour to wind down.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I even let him eat dinner, but after that, it's full reign.
Mm-hmm.
I've already prayed on what I'm about to say. I come out as soft, and as Mac as out possibly can. If he gets defensive, I shut down for a second. Then I say, do you see how defensive you have just gotten? Sometimes you give people things that make you go home.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy is watching. Hey, Trey. That's good, Marilyn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as a man, I'm going to help you with that. Saying to him how defensive he's gotten, he'll shut down.
So how do you point out to your partner?
He has to learn to receive from her.
Okay. So does she ever get an opportunity?
I don't know.
How do you get someone to receive?
It's the value part that I had to raise my value of you to understand I'm not being attacked, to understand that there's something that you need to talk about that could possibly help me.
So then that's where the check-ins come in, where you can have vulnerable, open dialogue, and she can express the defensiveness when I bring this to your attention.
So here's something that we used to do that we don't do no more.
What?
I don't know if you remember this. We used to come together and say, this is not an opportunity that I need you to talk. I need you to listen to me.
Right. Okay, yeah.
We don't do that a lot no more. She said, well, he used to shut down, but that is another thing that we had to pray over and learn to talk out. There is no shutting down. We have to come to a common cause. We are not going to bed, and we need to move on because our relationship shouldn't be us against each other. It should be us against the world. That is correct, Marilyn.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes work and it takes time.
Work.
You know,
Yeah.
it takes time, and particularly from a man's perspective, because there's a lot that we are not willing to open up about.
Yeah.
It takes a lot, and once he opens up, you know,
then we have to be protective. I feel we have to protect you
me,
so that you're always feel comfortable.
I become so secure in my vulnerability that I don't really need the protection. I understand why you do it, and I appreciate it, but I don't need it. Before I needed it, like meaning, like say for instance, you open up and somebody does not hold your stuff securely, oh, I'm never saying nothing again.
That's not okay.
This is why I feel as couples, premarital counseling is needed, so that at that point you can voice certain triggers and get help with your proper premarital counseling, after marriage counseling. It's needed, Chuck.
Dating counseling.
It's needed.
I mean, everything. People, I mean, one of the counselor, the marriage retreats we went to, there was a dating couple. They were just dating. They weren't even they weren't even talking about getting married.
You also forgot slow to speak on both partners. We have to learn and not speak. That's it, Yvette.
Yeah. We have to intently listen.
But you gotta, and you don't have to, sometimes that needs to be vocalized. I really don't need you to talk right now. I just need you to hear me.
Right. I don't need you to fix me right now. I just want you to hear me. Right.
That's right, Poochie. Yeah, he needs to feel safe. But you can create that safe space within yourself once you learn that she's not, let me talk about me. I had to learn she was not attacking me.
Right.
She's not always out to get me. That's hard.
I'm not trying to take your cool card.
That's hard.
It's hard for a man, or is it?
It's hard for a man. And listen, based off how we grew up, can determine how we receive from a woman. And particularly if you was raised in a single household with only a mom in there.
Gotcha.
You really don't understand that effect that it's had on you until you get into a relationship and realize you got some issues that need to be handled. Everything doesn't require a response. And as women, that is our biggest problem. We always need to fix something on someone. Our presence alone sometimes helps that person. Absolutely. Absolutely. But we have to learn and receive from you, man. We have to learn that our women, see, what a lot of us don't really want to admit, y'all run the show. Like I tell everybody, till you can carry around a 9-pound baby, a 9-pound human.
Well, I've never carried a 9-pound.
I mean, let me change it. Until you can carry a human around for 9 months.
Yeah, right.
That's all I gotta say.
Right.
You know, when I seen a baby come out my door, I said, "This is crazy." I never seen, I never experienced that with her, because whatever. But there's just things that God has instilled in you guys that are complementary to us, and vice versa. It takes a lot of times, like, people don't understand. You can give a woman anything and she can make it grow. She can make it grow. The thing is that woman right for you? I've carried a 10-pound. I heard, but is she right for you? We pick people, we get married, and it can work, but is it right? How do you determine? I tell everybody, give it 5 years.
That's what he's saying. So after 5 years,
it should be right.
Oh, so you're saying within the 5 years you should have worked out the kinks.
Yes.
You understand? That's my teammate. Yeah, there's some things we both have to still mature on. But
we're not giving it 5 years.
Right. No, we're not giving it 2 minutes.
And we're not involving God.
No.
We're involving our friends. But we have yet to sit down and say, "Listen, Lord, X, Y, and Z." And then when he tells you to do something, you got to do it. You don't sit back and debate. Now, I do, for a little while. But, you have to do what you're told. This is a threefold cord.
Right.
So when that instruction comes, you got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to, and we got to stop looking for the results that's favorable to us.
Right.
This is a team.
It's about the team. Yeah. As
So
long as the team wins.
When the team benefits,
it don't always have to be the way I want.
A lot of times it's not.
Most times, yeah. But
a lot of times it's not.
Yeah, but I still win.
You have to.
We both win. Yeah.
Jazz says, what me and AC do, it works for us. When we got an issue, he go to the living room. I'll stay in the room, and after a while, he say, "Let's take a ride." So we ride to a happy place like Coney Island, or 42nd Street, or Bryant Park ice skating rink, and we start laughing because people be falling. Next thing we know, we be like, "Don't do and say that shit no more." I mean, that's it.
But that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
EC, what up?
Because he was not comfortable with staying mad. And he knows what's going to make her happy is to being out and about. That was beautiful. Yeah. And that's what works for them.
EC says sometimes we make choices as in wanting to get married or have a family, but did you really consider who the other person is that you're making a life decision about? Man, let me tell you, man, if you ain't done no investigating on that person you're about to marry, because there's some things that you ain't going to see until y'all get married.
It's true.
Maisha says, and one person in marriage should not be the only one seeking guidance from God. You both have to go with. That's absolutely correct.
Right.
That's absolutely correct. But yeah, like EC said, you need to really understand who that person is you're about to marry.
Right.
I mean, really.
Yeah. But I mean, because you're trying to mesh together so you know your own idioms, and now you're getting ready to join somebody else with their own.
Yeah, it's
so,
stuff out here now.
Yeah, it's beyond not putting your clothes in the hamper stuff. No.
Yeah,
how does he pay bills?
Stuff like that.
What's his relationship with his
mother?
mother?
Do he pay bills?
Yeah, is he a pedestrian?
Yeah.
You know, where does he live?
I
Does he
mean,
live with his mother?
You gotta.
You know, does he have a job?
You gotta.
You gotta ask the hard questions.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
And if this person gets uncomfortable
Yeah.
with you asking these questions, you need to make a decision.
Yeah.
Because
what is his relationship with paying bills?
So this is something that is really key. Marilyn writes, you guys need to be equally yoked. Yeah. It's hard for two people going in two different directions to meet at the same. This was a scripture that was highlighted at the conference, that when you are unequally yoked, things just do not work as they should. I'm going to say, even if you're evenly yoked, meaning that or unequally. Well, equally yoked. If I'm a right biter and we both serve and love God, I have to decide whether I want to be a right biter or not. Say that again now. We can both have this relationship with God, but there's still some stuff that I might hold on to that you may be doing that's going to make us butt heads or not come to that common ground. You know what I'm saying? No. Okay. I'm tired. No, I don't know what you're saying. Meaning it's just not, being equally yoked is very important. Very important. It makes the fight easier, is what I'm saying. Okay, I understand. Right. There is going to be a battle. Just because you're equally yoked doesn't mean that there aren't going to be hard times. They're not going to be battles. But it makes it easier because we can find that common ground. That's what I'm saying. That's right. It took me a minute. I know. I just wanted. I just like I said. I just need to know what you were trying to say. Yeah, that's what. Yeah. You know. And it should be a labor of love. Yeah. You know, y'all should be trying to get better for yourself. Yeah. And then the relationship should grow. Yeah. If I'm healthy, then we're healthy. Yeah, because sometimes we go and we go into these, you know, these counseling sessions, and we you know, I've experienced it where we go in and these people, they want to put the fact that they're trying to get help in another person's face so that they can keep what's falling apart together. Yeah. And they're not trying to get help to get better. It's the facade. They just doing it. Right. To pacify. Right. Mm-hmm. But I know that if you get to the right counselor, you're going to get help regardless. You're going to pull it out. The right therapist, whatever, you're going to get help regardless. And so, yeah, that's what we're going to be on for a while is relationships. We believe in marriage. Some people don't. You know, I've met people who've been together 20, 25 years. It works for you. That's just not what we believe. That's not how God, I believe, orchestrated this thing. But hey, if it works for you, it works for you. Right. That's all I can say. Next week, I don't know what we're going to talk about. We'll figure out something. But yeah, man, just if you're married, give your partner some grace. Yeah. I mean, he's dealing with you. Just so he's dealing dealing with society. Yeah. Especially if you gotta go out and work every day. Yeah. Yeah. And since your stove started, I've been applying the tools in my relationship and it's working. Great for you, Poochie. Yeah. You know, give yourself some grace. Yeah. You know, a lot of us been through a lot. I mean, there's a bunch of people on here from the P's, man. Yo, we've been through a lot, son. But we here. But we're here. Let's make the best of it. That's right. What happened. Yeah. You know, I believe a lot of it happened to make us stronger, to make us who we are today, because a lot of people ain't make it. Yeah. It's a lot of people we know ain't make it. There's a lot of people we know who ain't making it and still living. They still living like they in the 80s and in the 90s. I'm being serious. let's just make the best of what we got. All right. So for Carmen and Al, this was better for today. And we'll see you guys. EC said Thanksgiving is next Thursday. Oh, it sure is. Marilyn said it took me a long, long time to realize why the ministry in my life wasn't going anyplace. God kept blessing us and blessing us. And after a while, our ministry stood still. It didn't go any place. He said, I've given you guys enough. Now you got to give yourselves to me better. That was 20 years. And at the 20-year mark, we finally got married. Now things are moving so fast, it's unbelievable. But we have to remember that we have to do what thus saith the Lord, not what we say. That's right, man.
That's good.
That's right, man. All right, so yeah, Pooch, we might come on Wednesday. We'll think about it. Jazz says,
I'll be cooking.
I think all the nonsense come and destroy people's marriage is because the years they've been together. It can become boring, and that's why I tell me make a way for each other to just have fun. Fuck them kids and you, wifey, and go have fun. Place we don't have to go and run like me and AC, like we on the run from the cops. But get Jazz, you crazy. All right, yeah, we'll try Wednesday. We'll try Wednesday, but we'll stay on relationships for a while, and hope to see you guys then.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.